Be inspired by nature. Play with art.
It's Chris Summerfield, the 21st of February 2015, and I'm back at the gallery at the Hoe, and see who's in there this time. Hello, Glyn.
Hello, Chris.
How's it going?
Okay. No, Deacon.
Oh,
no.
here's the famous Deacon. Hello, Deacon. How are you? Don't get too
Chris,
close. I can't read your camera.
Back on your blanket. Back on your blanket.
So how's it going, Deacon? I mean, Glyn.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
It's been quite busy today, actually. No noise.
Has Deacon been painting with his paws yet?
No.
Everybody's got a paint in this gallery.
Are you filming?
Yeah, I am filming. Are you going to sit on your blanket, Deacon? No. There's a good boy.
You don't want to film me like that.
The master.
Right. Are you going to settle down while we talk? Are you going to settle down? Lie down.
Oh.
Go sleep. No, don't bother Chris.
So we're talking about Deacon becoming an artist as part of the group.
He actually does know not to tread on the palette and so on, especially when I'm painting at home. He's like, oh, it's painting, right.
I think Paul's paintings could be very successful though.
We did have an episode where there were white paws all over the kitchen
They could fit
floor.
in with pink cows.
No, don't.
That's Debbie's work, by the way.
Yeah, that's Debbie's. Anyway, yeah.
So, what sort of work were you doing before you...
For the last about 13 years, I've been. I was tutoring.
Yes.
What they classed as a post compulsory educational tutor, which basically means adult learning.
Yes.
I worked for various organisations and worked primarily with vulnerable adults, drug alcohol rehab, and you did a lot of, as well as paying public, and did a lot of art therapy,
Yes.
as well as teaching basic art skills, painting skills. But the idea behind that was that it would help fund keep me going so that I could then paint in my own time.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I was putting more and more time into that, and also it just...
You weren't getting stressed, so you couldn't concentrate on the painting.
Paperwork, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So I wasn't actually painting as much as I'd hoped to.
Yeah.
So last year I decided enough was enough, and took the plunge and went full-time as an artist.
So you went self-employed, basically?
Yeah, I was parallel with the art, with tutoring. Part of that was self-employed. You know, I've actually been self-employed since it's about 18 years. So I'm used to being self-employed.
So you're used to doing the paperwork for self-employment?
Doing my books, yes. So that hasn't been too much, so much of a shock. The main thing, and this is what's beautiful about being part of the collective or cooperative, is any form of creativity normally involves spending a lot of time on your own.
Yes.
And also one of the things about creating, whether it's painting, writing or whatever, is constantly trying to improve.
Yeah.
Finish a piece and go, right, that's finished, but I know I can do better,
yes.
or I want to do better. And
that's called progression.
Yeah. But as a result, it's when you're working on your own a lot, it's very easy to start to become overcritical.
Yes.
And then all these thoughts of why am I bothering, etc., etc. And I know I'm not alone in that. I've chatted with a number of people within the group, Tom being one of them, and it's very easy to start being overcritical, over-analytical of your own work. So being part of the group has actually helped that, because we support each other, and whoever's made a sale, whether it's just a postcard or a print or an original or whatever, actually get excited for each other, and it's so that has helped an awful lot.
There's a cross-section of creative thoughts in here, so if somebody thinks that something doesn't work in somebody else's painting, they'll point it out, but also give constructive criticism as well.
Very much so. Yeah. I mean, I've been able to help other people and vice versa.
Yeah, and you're teaching art as well, aren't you?
I'm going to be doing some workshops later on in the year.
Yeah. Where will you be doing that from?
Hopefully going to do one up past Oakhampton, little village up there, and also looking at doing some more at Wembury Marine Centre.
Yes.
We've got to confirm times and dates and so on, but there's been people have expressed interest, actually asked when they've been coming in here, do I still teach?
Yeah.
So that's, those will be advertised on my Facebook page, Glyn White's Art. I haven't got dates confirmed yet, but looking forward to doing that. But interestingly, going back to say about what we were talking about with the constantly striving to improve, and I'm just revisiting a painting that I originally did in 2009.
Yes.
I actually signed it, but was never happy with it, so I didn't put it into print.
Yeah.
And been looking at it now, and actually I can do a lot better. Sorry, I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but it's
part of the learning curve.
Yeah, and I
the
can
progression.
do better. So that's one of the pieces I'm now working on, which is just here.
Well, it looks really good, and you've been working on this for a few days now, haven't you?
Off and on, together with other pieces, but that was an experience from, I was in Ireland, West Coast, and had visited the...
Have these been on television? This scene, I mean, the steps, I think. Or am I getting my...
No, that's just it's just a little. That's actually an old limestone wall. I was in the visited the cliffs of Moher.
Yes.
Which is very touristy, tourist honeypot, loads of coaches, and it's like, right, seen them, I need to get out of here quickly. Too many people, help. And just went down a tiny little back lane.
Yes.
It was in the Burren, which is just down from Galway. And came across this, I think it's pronounced Loch, which was totally isolated, no one else around, and that's why the water in this scene...
Good for getting a tan whilst you're painting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was just photographed at that point.
Oh right, I see. Right, yeah.
But it was just the total opposite of the hustle and bustle of all the tourists and everything else there, and this was just hardly any wind. Nice sunny day, no one else around, and the water was quite still.
Tremendous.
That's what
you get the peace from the earth when everything's still and quiet.
It was, and it was just, that's what I'm working on and trying to get into that piece there, which is very different from the movement in some of the other wave pieces.
I still like this one tremendously as well.
Thank you.
Are these people you know, or just?
No, they were just based actually on, I mean, with a lot of my paintings, that painting there, if I can, where have I, oh, here we go.
At Wembury.
That's a Wembury, but rather than any one photo, if you look, you'll see, excuse the photos, they've got water and paint splodged all over them, but the general scene was taken one day. You see, that's the setting for that painting. Whereas, and some of the colours and feel also from another day, but then the figures are from a completely different photograph.
Yeah, composite. Tom does composites as well.
But it was combining all of those to give an overall feel that I was trying to get across in that painting. And I really struggled with the title with that to begin with, because all sorts of suggestions of sands of time, because that was in the days when Wembury still had sand.
Yes.
It's coming back again. But it was lots of different ideas flowing through my head, and in the end I just came, last wave of the day, perfect ending, all sorts of things like that, and in the end it was, it's just that serene feeling. So single word title, Serenity.
Nice one.
And it's now in print. Yay!
How much are those prints now?
Right, they're limited signed giclées, which come in what we call a split limit. So the numbers 1 to 80, which are a smaller size, are £55 each.
Yes.
And then 81 to 120 are £110 each.
Nice one.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind your friend here?
I think I've told you before. He was actually a gift from someone I taught, but
Yes.
he's you can see goes with me everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Great.
he actually loves popping down here.
Uh-huh.
I think it's all the attention he gets and the people coming
He barks
through
at
the
me a
door.
lot.
Oh, that's because he's pleased to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're now one of his friends.
So he goes surfing with you as well?
Yes.
And he's been on the board. I think we mentioned that before.
Well, he's tried to get on board, but he does. Yeah. He just body surfs, but he loves being in the sea.
Well, I'm looking forward to go on location with you. So,
Yeah, that would
get
be
you
really
surfing
exciting.
and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll sort of do a bit of a day down the beach, Deacon playing in the sea, hopefully some waves, and then a bit of painting. That would be great.
Thanks very much, Glyn.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice one.
Be inspired by nature. Play with art.